All right, everybody, it's your boy Genius out at the range today with the CZ P-10c ported. I got a couple of videos up. The first one was kind of lengthy. I got carried away with yakking a little bit because I had a QC issue that I wanted to talk about and address, and I did do that. I invite you to go check that video out. I'm not going to tell you the QC issue. You got to go look at the video and check it out. It's the first one, the initial thoughts video. And then I did another video where I just put another 100 rounds through it. Because again, that's what I like to do. Before I start doing comparisons and, you know, a whole lot of accuracy tests and is it faster and all this stuff, I just want to make sure that it's going to run. I think that's what you want to know too, right? What will it run? What ammo will it run? All of these types of things, right? So I have those two videos up. I know that it's a little overwhelming for a new release, but at the end of the day, it is just a P-10c with some different sights, some different serrations, and a big port on it, okay? And the one that I have to compare it to, I just didn't want to spend the 400 bucks getting a standard P-10c. You know, when I have one at the house, and it is a threaded barrel version, I'm sorry about that, but get over it. It's the only one I have to compare it to, so that's what I'm going to compare it to, is the ported barrel version. It is optic ready, same gun except it has a threaded barrel. This one has a ported, to kind of give you an idea of, does it mitigate recoil? I don't know, because it's been a while actually since I have shot this gun or any P-10c, but they have always been awesome for me. Anytime someone asks for a recommendation for a first gun and they are looking something in the Glock 19 size, I always recommend the P-10c. I love the gun, so it's hard for me to come out here and say, oh yeah, it's so much better than any other P-10c, because they've always been awesome for me. I've always loved them, okay? So before I get started doing that, as always, I want to invite you to know Jesus Christ as your Savior. The most important thing you'll ever do. Reach out to me in the comment section or at gsquaredtactical@gmail.com. Allow me to share the good news of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Also, consider going over supporting Amanda and I over on Patreon. $5, $10, $20 a month. You can cancel anytime. There is no obligation. We get about 96 or 94 or somewhere along in there % of the money that you donate through there, and it does all go back into the channel. gsquaredtactical.com. I've been saying it every video. Very few people have actually went over there. We can look at the traffic. We got shirts, hats, things like that we'd like to get shipped out to you. And you can also click on the 3 lines in the corner. A screen will pop down. Click on support the channel. You have to pick a tier. It will have a pre-inserted price in there, but you can just wipe that out beside the name your price box, and you can put in there what you would like to donate. We get about 97% of that, so we get the most of that, okay? You can also do super thanks, and we understand completely if you can't monetarily support us. That's fine as well, but it is absolutely free to hit the thumbs up. And right now, while I'm talking about it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because that is a huge help too. And watch the video in its entirety, okay? So what I'm going to do today is, first, before I do the does it mitigate recoil thing, I think doing an accuracy test, you know, shooting at about a medium speed will kind of be a telltale of how it mitigates recoil, okay? Not shooting slow, not shooting super fast. It's kind of a medium speed, and see which one I shoot more accurately with. And I think that'll probably be the telltale as to whether or not it mitigates recoil. Then I'll do my best to, you know, just kind of put the gun out in front of the camera, do the P-10c first, the standard, and then do the ported one, and just see if we can pick up on camera if it actually helps mitigate the recoil. With that being said, if it does not, and you wanted the gun anyway, the P-10c is an amazing, reliable, accurate, just easily carryable gun that I'm going to recommend no matter what, okay? No matter what it does. So if you get this one and you want a ported gun and you get it for the same price, not much more than this one, you can't go wrong either way is what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to load up. I do have my 17.2 and my 17.3, actually 17 round mags here, as you do get the extended floor plates +2 in the box with the ported gun. And I'm just going to shoot one target here and one target here, and just see which one I shoot more accurately with. Like I said, going at about a medium speed. And then we'll do the side by side over here. And I'm going to try to get 100 rounds through this to get it out to 300, because like I say, I don't do one video on a gun. I try to run them and see how long they're going to last and be reliable for you guys. So let's get to doing that. All right, that one was the P-10c ported. Now I have the standard P-10c with the threaded barrel. I'm going to shoot over on this other target. Try to shoot at the same rate. It's been a while since I've shot this one. I hope my dot is still accurate. But let's see what we got. Not quite as tight. Had a couple of stragglers. Let's turn around and talk about it. So I'm gonna be honest with you, just shooting it, if there was a huge difference, it was fairly minimal. Okay, this one seemed to bite my pinky finger down here for some reason. I'm not really sure. Again, that could, be alluding to it did help with the recoil mitigation. Did not shoot, I was shooting mostly as accurate, if not more actually, with the standard one. Then I got a couple of stragglers, and again, that could be alluding to it mitigating the recoil. But it's difficult for me because I am super familiar with the P-10c platform, very familiar, and I just shoot lights out with it. It's one of my favorite guns, and there's a reason for that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I got two more magazines. One of them is 17, one of them's 15. I'm going to put the 17 through the ported, the 15 through the standard P-10c. I'm going to start with the P-10c and try my best to see if it actually mitigates recoil at all or helps with that. Okay, got the standard P-10c with the 15 round magazine. Again, just trying to see if it mitigates recoil with the ported model. Okay, so I got the ported model 17 rounder loaded up, just trying to see if there's any difference in recoil management, and I'm going to try to hold it the same, shoot it the same, all of that stuff, and see if it makes a difference, or I feel like there's a difference. Let's talk about it. All right, so I always bring my iPad with me, and I watch the videos generally after each one, just to make sure it's clear, there was nothing in the image, it wasn't blurry or anything like that. I don't live at my range. It's about a 30-minute drive, and so everything has to be packed up, brought down here, so it sucks to get home and realize that something wasn't right. So I watched it back so that I could tell, because sometimes it's difficult, although I felt like it definitely mitigated recoil just by shooting it without actually looking at it, because I felt compelled to shoot faster, if that makes sense. Okay, and after watching it back on the camera, it absolutely does. Now, as far as a percentage of how much it knocks it down, I don't get that scientific. I'm just going by how it feels to me, how I shot with it, and it definitely feels as though it mitigates the recoil a great deal. It even looked on camera as though the muzzle rise was significantly less. And I'll tell you something else. I've been shooting the Blazer brass, and I know that they have the warnings on the box not to do that because it will shred that copper plating, and that has been true for me when shooting comped guns or ported guns, that it will shred it, throw pieces of it all over the Jeep. And back at me, And that has not happened with shooting the Blazer Brass. I don't know what's different about it, but just a side note. So what I'm gonna do is one last little test. I did the accuracy test, I did the muzzle rise. I think one test to prove how well you stay on sight would be to alternate back and forth between the targets. I think I'm gonna do these three, the small silhouette and the two 8-inch plates, and then do the same thing with the ported gun and just see you know, how much faster I can shoot with one versus the other. I don't know, it's something I like to do. I have to count back on camera, but I think I missed four, maybe five, I'm not sure. So either way, after this 17 round mag, it'll be 51 through this one. I have two more 17s loaded up. Let's see what that is. That'll be 85, okay, and then I guess I'll just put 15 more through it to have it officially out to 300 rounds. But let's do the same test with this one. I actually missed more with that one, but I will say that I was shooting faster because you feel compelled to do that because it definitely does shoot a lot better than the standard CZ for sure. And also this one, remember this Hollison, which I recommend, the P-10 SCS from Hollison for this one, has the green dot, and my eye doesn't pick up a green dot as well as it does the red dot, which I have in the C and H on this one. And so that makes a difference as well. So I think I missed one more than I missed with that one, but I was shooting significantly faster, okay? It definitely mitigates the recoil, no question. Let's do it again. I need a redo on that one. Let's do that one more time. Yeah, it did a little better that time. Tell you what, if you've never owned a CZ, any CZ, but certainly a P-10c, okay? You know, I started out, the very first CZ I ever had was a P-07. It's a duty P-07. First CZ I ever had. Thought it was ugly. Don't know why I bought it. I do actually. It was on sale. And I went to the range and I've been in love ever since. Okay. So I definitely have a soft spot for the P-07. And when they came out with these, you know, P-10 series with the thicker slides on them, I wasn't sure how much I was going to like them. But the SP-01 was my next buy. Okay. Love that gun too. All my shadows, oh good grief, man. All these 2011s I shoot so much better with my shadows. I just do. CZ is an amazing company, amazing brand, quality product that you can have a blast with, but also defend your life with. And it's just super accurate and reliable. And this is 15 more rounds. Officially getting this out to 300. Again, all 115 Blazer brass. And I'm gonna do another video just shooting some 147 through it, see how it handles that. And but we'll just get this out to 300 today, and I think we proved that it definitely mitigates the recoil. That was the main thing. Don't pay no attention. The accuracy test, I was definitely more accurate with this. And don't pay no attention to me alternating back and forth. Again, you know, humor me here if you've ever shot and a gun shoots super flat. And it's hard again for me because I love the P-10c and I've always shot well with them. But when a gun shoots super flat, you have a tendency to want to speed up. And it's very humid and everything out here today. Not making any excuses, but this one definitely mitigates recoil and is a lot more fun to shoot than is the standard P-10c, which, by the way, you won't be unhappy if that's the one you go with. So let's get this out to 300. I'm just going to stay on this small silhouette here, make it a little challenging as it gets to swinging, and try not to miss one on my last magazine, which seems to be a curse I have. that thing got the dancing, especially on that one. I missed one. So the curse was been broken, but maybe it's back. I don't know. 300 rounds, P-10c ported. I hope that helps. I hope that shows you what you wanted to know. Definitely mitigates recoil. I know there'll be people that say, well, what about the other ported guns? What about this ported gun? Is it better than that one? Better than this one? Yada, yada, yada. Sometimes, as hard as you try not to be, you can be a little bit biased because, again, I am a huge fan of the CZ platform. Thanks so much for watching. And as always, to God only be the glory.